This game is unplayable. The rules are dreadful. The book feels unfinished. The character sheet is all wrong. Dynamic is off. This is the game you should not run. And it's a different game for every role-playing table. Finding out what game you shouldn't run for your players can be a really useful exercise, as it'll point you towards the games you should. And sometimes running the wrong game can actually be a lot of fun. I started this channel originally with a simple question: should I run Shadow Dark or Dungeon World? Dungeon World I'd run before and was very familiar with the rules. Shadow Dark was based on Dungeons and Dragons, which traditionally I've shied away from. I ran Shadow Dark and I loved it. So why do you want to run a different game? And if you do, what direction are you going to go in? Are you going to go with something that's similar in terms of the rule set, or sharply different? In terms of the background, the genre, are you going to stick with what they know or go to a different extreme? Do you have players who welcome change and look forward to playing new games, or do you have ones who want to stay in their comfort zone and homebrew everything into their favourite game? And have you always wanted to run a game, but you've been told by other people that it's basically unplayable? What makes a game unplayable for your table? Is it that your players love rolling lots of dice? Or is it your players hate doing any maths? Are they terrified of diceless games, and you think without dice there wouldn't be enough conflict? If you look at the rules for a game and you think to yourself, this isn't quite going to work, or this doesn't feel entirely finished, can you homebrew rules around what the author's given you to make it work? In fact, what if all you actually want is the genre and the background? Should you lift that off and bolt it onto a game system you're far more familiar with? Firstly, you can totally run one game with the system of another. The Forgotten Realms, Dungeon World campaigns are great, and Doctor Who, Star Wars, Star Trek all have official role-playing games, but you can use the background from those with any system you like. I think there's a lot of value to running games as experiments, particularly if you have time-limited campaigns, and I think campaigns should have endings, that you run something in between as a palate cleanser, as a change of pace. And that can be a great time to find out if this game really won't fly with your players. You might be surprised and discover that actually huge pools of dice are something they do love or can do without. And if you frame it as an experiment, they are reassured that normal service will be resumed soon. And if the experiment is a success, it can take off. Often I think there's an enthusiasm gap between us and our players for new games. And this is based, I think, on the fact that as game masters, we've read the entire book and become really excited about the possibilities it offers. There's a simple solution to this. Let your players read the entire book too. Don't worry about there being things in there they shouldn't see. If there genuinely is, ask them not to read those bits and work out how to game around the fact that they do, if they do. I genuinely believe there is no such thing as an unplayable role-playing game. All any game needs is a few tweaks and touches to fit your table. I was told by Game Masters Online that this game was unplayable, but I ran a campaign that lasted for 20 sessions until I made a terrible campaign ending mistake. If you want to know what that was, watch this video.